talk together on Jolivia TV. Let's talk together. Let's talk together on Jolivia TV. Jolivia TV. Jolivia.
When the clouds are full, they empty themselves upon the earth. Respected subscribers of Jolivia TV, today I bring you good news, powerful insights, and clear direction. Don't allow the contradictory voice notes and activities ongoing in the grant community to shaken your faith or cause you to think that disbursement is not possible. There are certain audiences that paint a narrative that disbursement will wait till January 2026. There are other audiences that act in ways that cause you to imagine if disbursement is still possible, if there is money to be disbursed. It's far from that. As we always say, the drum may beat slowly, but it always calls the dancers at the appropriate hour. Your hour of breakthrough is finally here. If you are new to our channel or haven't subscribed before, click the subscription button and activate the notification bell, because we hold much more for you as a grant subscriber of various grants in Nigeria. To everyone feeling disturbed about the delay in disbursement, take note. Disbursement timeline is this November. I've seen series of questions on this channel. Will disbursement still be possible this week? We are. Yes, disbursement is possible this week. From feedbacks we are getting from authorities and stakeholders in the grant community, it's possible between the 26th and the 28th of November 2025. It's possible. Let's look at possibilities. It is true that disbursement have been scheduled to take place in the past severally and it failed to occur. We are aware that certain authorities promised those that are tweeting that disbursement will take place and disappointed them. It's true that the promises of disbursement in this country since a decade ago have always failed. But hold on, stay focused, stay confident, because it's possible this time around. Let's look at the possibilities. 1. Stakeholders have accessed the fund. When we mean the stakeholders, those authorities approved by the government to disburse the grant to every other grant handler, to every other NGO CEOs in this country. They have access to disbursing the fund to you. This is one of the key important assurance we all need to hold and keep dear to our heart as grant subscribers. And secondly, the disbursement broadcast is ready. Even when your own grant handler assure you of going to deliver a broadcast, the broadcast that is going to unveil your entitlement as a beneficiary and your entitlement as a CEO is ready and available for broadcast as this video is ongoing. Don't trouble your heart as a subscriber of this grant. A child who waits patiently for his father's return never loses his portion. 2. Everyone is waiting for this same grant, to receive this grant from one same source. Technically, there is only one grant to be disbursed in this country. The same grant that your grant handler is waiting for is the same grant every other stakeholders, facilitators, and grant promoters are waiting for to receive in this country. Therefore, it's no more a factor of waiting for UAAG grants, AGPGN grant, Supreme, Gilbert, Epic, St. Rita. All these names are going to receive one same grant that everyone else, including government officials, are waiting for. So you don't expect disbursement to take place separately. The day disbursement happens, the subscribers of all grants will benefit from this same grant throughout the 774 local governments and 36 states of the Federation plus FCT. They will receive the same grant in the same source. Everyone is queuing for the same grant that is meant to empower life that empower businesses, uplift and improve the life standard in our society. One of the key important factors that everyone should jubilate about while there was delay or failed disbursement is that at the time this money arrived this country, dollar to naira exchange rate was between 240 to 300 naira. Now, dollar to naira exchange rate is between 1,500 to 1,550 naira. Therefore, the disbursement we are expecting is likened to a seed planted in the right soil, in a fertile soil. It grows beyond the farmer's expectation. The fund has grown so huge in volume that it's designed to cover an array of projects, community development projects, women empowerment, agricultural development, healthcare development, and much more. The project is huge and going to increase the GDP of this country when disbursement finally takes place. This is what you should be focused on, partaking, not worrying if disbursement is possible. Another factor that should encourage you, that should strengthen your faith to hang on patiently for disbursement to take place, is that disbursement training was conducted and concluded for the disbursement committee. Don't forget, the disbursement committee was set up. Different committee has been set up for this project. Training was conducted. We hear it in the grant community a few weeks ago. It wasn't a lie. Actually, there was a training for those that are going to anchor disbursement across all the 36 states. In your own source, you might have heard that the training is in regions, or is in zones, or is in state-based areas. These are all coordinated activity conducted to ensure you as a beneficiary will receive the money without any area in the country being sidelined or left out by this divine blessing. And just few days ago, we are intimated that disbursement is again scheduled to commence between the 26th and 28th of November 2025. It will flow through the stakeholders, the government NGOs, government parastatals, beneficiaries from various ministries, the humanitarian foundations, other NGOs and cooperative. Disbursement is designed to flow through this chain. So even when we say disbursement commences between the 26th and 28th of November 2025, yes, it flows through hierarchy. The stakeholders receive the fund and it trickles down till it gets to the NGOs and cooperative. And that reminds me, some beneficiaries are asking if they can receive disbursement multiple times. When you mean multiple times, you can't receive 10 times, 5 times from your own NGO. But since as a beneficiary, you know 5 NGOs, 10 NGOs, you subscribe to them. If they disburse to you, then it's simply your constitutional right to receive disbursement from non-governmental bodies and cooperatives which you are a member of. I've not seen any area of the constitution that set limitation to the number of times any given citizen of Nigeria can benefit from grants and other incentives from non-governmental organizations and humanitarian foundations. This technically implies that if you subscribe with 5 or 10 cooperatives or NGOs, then it's your right to receive disbursement from them. But you can't receive 10 times from one NGO. You can't receive 2 times from one NGO or cooperative, just once with your own account name. Other of your family members can still benefit in the same cooperative, but your own account name, whether it is Zenith Bank, Eco Bank, UBA, Union Bank, cannot benefit more than once in one NGO. But that particular account in your, you say Union Bank or FCMB, can still benefit 5 times depending on the number of cooperative that you submitted it with. Then there's another questions by subscribers. Why can't payment take place within 2 days, 3 days for all the millions of beneficiaries in the country? The river that feeds the nation does not flow through every compound at once. It's established that the stakeholders will receive the fund and disburse to every other grant handler or subscriber like the NGOs and the cooperatives. the NGOs and the cooperative disburses to you, how many days will this take place before it gets to you as the beneficiary? Or how many days will it take for the stakeholders to disburse to, say, 5,000 NGOs, which you are definitely under? Normally, people expect 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months before it gets to them. It's far from that. Disbursement will happen and complete within 5 to 10 working days. And you as a CEO must complete your disbursement between 5 and 7 working days. This implies there is a structure or technology set in place, smart technology, smart portals installed or launched to fast track this disbursement and ensure that it finishes between 5 to 10 working days. That's why they keep saying NGOs should prepare themselves, should keep their house in order, because the softwares, the technologies, the smart interfaces that is being provided by the government will fast track disbursement faster than you ever can imagine possible. Therefore, as the new week already unfolds before us, expect good news, expect unbundlement, expect empowerment, expect wealth, security, and stability across the 36 states of Nigeria once and for all. There is an adage that says, when blessings begin to fall, even empty barns become storehouses. Your empty bank account is going to become storehouses of wealth and prosperity, generational prosperity. Just be patient for a little while. Remember, patience may cook a stone into food. When destiny is involved, delay is only but preparation. The stakeholders have moved. The systems and powerful authorities have aligned, and disbursement is at the door. If you haven't subscribed to Jolivia TV, turn on the subscription button and activate the notification bell. The good news you are expecting, we will return to this channel to share it. Subscribe, hence you receive this update immediately it's published. Before we part ways, please note, don't allow any voice notes, any activities, whether it is protest or tweets ongoing in different groups, distract your attention. Don't allow it shift your thinking and focus from disbursement. If disbursement fails this week, if disbursement failed to happen between the 26th and 28th, just know that there are little technical or administrative activities that is causing the delay. Most times, subscribers simply expect the fund leaving the CBN to the account of their NGO for them to receive alert. It's far from that. As a truth, every stakeholder in this country, starting from the State House of Assembly, the Federal House of Rep, the Senate, is a partaker of this disbursement. They have submitted their NGOs, queuing to receive the grant. Traditional institutions submitted their NGOs and cooperative to receive the grant. Government parastatals, ministries, boards submitted their NGOs to receive this same grant. It's not a grant community affair that you just stand up and execute. Different interests. Quota are shared to the government, to non-governmental bodies, to stakeholders of the country to equally submit their NGOs. These are all factors that created delay. And again, there are individuals selected across different regions, different states, different zones, between northwest, northeast, north south, north central, to coordinate disbursement and ensure this fund gets to everyone across the 774 local government area. It's not a 2 weeks or 1 month activity. These are all administrative activity that nobody will care about telling you. So even when I'm seeing those protests and tweets out there, technically it doesn't stop disbursement taking place. The people that are handling administrative protocols of disbursement are not briefing anyone, are not interacting with anyone in the grant community. Disbursement is purely a full-fledged federal government activity. Therefore, your responsibility is to follow the leads, follow the updates we are providing on this channel. We know there is fund to be disbursed. We know the activity is in steadily progressive state. We know there are proposals that are being penciled down, blueprints that will ensure the project, don't forget, project comes after cash disbursement. All these activities are queuing up. They are programming them. The committee are set up to structure them and ensure efficient and effective delivery across the 774 local governments in the country. These activities are purely manually coordinated, not coordinated by technology or AI. Imagine that some of the people that are set up in some of the strategic offices break down in health. Some of them do get out of this country, treat themselves before returning to their own committee to complete their own documentations, their own screening, or their own structurization of the grant. These are factors that create delay. But few days ago, we are briefed that the processes are near completion state. Now we are in the week of breakthrough, the week of disbursement. Return back to your prayer altars. God is too faithful to fail. He promised that he would deliver you from the hands of poverty and your enemies, that he will set you free from struggles and difficulties. November is that faithful month of God's promise manifesting in your life, manifesting in the grant community, and manifesting in Nigeria and Africa. Get ready to receive your lot. Until then, this is the CEO of Jolivia TV signing out.